Peyton, you got this.
I don't, in fact, have this.
We are changing the floors because this used to be a music room, I guess.
Oh,
and now it's gonna be hardwood floor. What is it? What kind of floor is it? Hardwood? LVP? I think it's LVP.
Oh, I'm good. That's, yeah, I lifted something.
Alright, right now Ben and I are enjoying a victory lap. We're going past the Silence Grom that we spent a few days in, getting all the big blue out. Ben, how's it feel to see all that big blue absent, extinct, extirpated, whatever you want to call it, from our Silence Grom?
Like victory.
It tastes so sweet. Okay, Carol's out here harvesting buffalo grass. I'm learning how that's done. I'm just following along, walking for now. Based on what you can see here on the ground, looks like he's running the combine as low as he can to pick this stuff up. Buffalo grass is our shortest grass by far, so that makes sense. Some of our buffalo grass looks to be the messiest of our grasses that we harvest. I might find out different when we do our rye grasses. Those can be pretty dusty, I think.
A lot of wires go into a lot of stuff. It's not taking them apart. It's remembering how the heck to put them back together. Look, guys, we grow seed. Computers aren't our thing. We get a lot of inquiries about this thing. It is not for sale. It is just cool, and we love it. All right, we're here to take a break from that to show you our new toy we just got in. There she is. Look at her. Freaking monstrous. Wow. Exhilarating. Thought I'd go and get in it. Can you believe he's driving that thing the first time with no right eyeball? How'd you feel?
Great.
It's a big old toy.
At least so I don't fall getting in and out of there.
Yeah, you need a ramp or something.
I think I need a hoist.
This is a detachable low point, and the point of it is so you can drive this thing on and off without having to make it go up a ramp. What's wild to me is that this thing can raise and lower with that on it, and that thing weighs 27,000 pounds, apparently.
The rating on the trailer is 100,000 pounds, 50 tons.
What's the most he's ever had on here?
85,000.
85,000 pounds. That's crazy. That's like 12 Peytons.
That's at least 12 Peytons. That's closer to 12,000 Peytons than it is 12 Peytons, I think. I'm not doing the math well, but you got a 200-pound dude on there.
Our math guy, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, this is our man, Jose de la Cruz. What's your company's name?
Cruz Welding LLC.
Cruz Welding. So that inloader you just saw, he's going to customize it. You're gonna love it. Well, looks like harvesting gave us some troubles today. So Dad is cleaning out the combine. The reason he's cleaning the combine is because, well, between every species, you gotta get it cleaned out so you don't get any of those species mixed up. However, he's using really highly compressed air, and it's very loud. I don't know if you guys are gonna have an issue hearing me at all, but it's out of a big old hose, and it's strong.
We need to, then we need to just...
First piece, down. Wow, now that's checked.
That's
Good. Now that's checked.
Well, we've done this in about 20 minutes.
That's fine. Just never show me working or doing anything productive.
Well, you'd have to work or do something productive for me to show it.
Valid, but I don't appreciate it.
So yesterday we got half the floor done, and what you would think is that we would move everything out of here and do it easily, but Peyton and I like doing things the hard way, so we're leaving half of the stuff in here and just moving it to the other side of the room. So Peyton's gonna work on this last little bit right here, and I'm gonna go work on trim for this mess right here. All right, be honest with me. How does the trim look?
C+. Whoever
C.
painted it sucks.
Who painted it?
Hey Nick, what time is it?
Time for you to repaint these things.
Yay!
Okay, so we're gonna attach this to the inloader bucket. So we're gonna lay the inloader bucket on top of here, and then Jose's gonna weld me some across here, some kind of like a channel to hold this up. We're gonna take off all these chisel shanks, the axle, and all the shanks, and all the shanks in the back. When we get everything attached to the bucket, we'll probably put 3 shanks back on the back, and that'll be our pulling point to rip backwards.
Ken, what are you spraying there?
Penetrator oil.
Penetrator oil. That's a good name for it. You got any other names for it?
Carol does.
What does he call it?
He calls it Panther. Did you catch that there? I said it right well.
No.
My kids watch the channel, Nick.
So at first we thought we were gonna have to cut some of these suckers off, but with just a vice grips, a hammer, some tears, a lot of blood, and Kent missing, well, doesn't matter what he's missing, we got him off. So we are good to go. We got all the chisels off, and now we're gonna pull this forward and get the skid loader behind it so we can lift it up so we can take off the axle. As you guys can see with Kent's butt right there, we had to lift up, take the pressure off the tires so that we can go in and take the tires and the axle off. Don't tell OSHA. All right, so we just took the tires off, and now we're gonna undo the axle, and that way it'll just be a frame, and then we'll hook a couple of the claws back up to the frame, and then we'll hook the frame up to the giant end loader. All right, guys, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set this thing down, and the axle should then like fall out of it, basically. Let's see what Jose's up to. Well, we're back this morning. What are we doing? It's a good question. We are hopefully going to be attaching this big ol' end loader to this bad boy and put some claws on it. But first, we need some metal pieces, and we are going to get them out of the old Hoksey yard. And out of the Hoksey yard, we will be cutting off some metal to work as brackets. I'll get on. Now we are going to swap back to the forklifts on the skid loader, take off the bucket, get rid of the torch, and go and carry that large piece of metal.
That was hot.
We're trying to get this into the shop, or at least next to the shop for Jose to work on. I didn't know the skid loader could lift that much. Jose's here. He's ready to weld. Jose, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna straighten that bar out because it's bent. And then we are going, after that's fixed, we're gonna place it right here.
All right, guys, I don't know if you can tell what we got going on here, but this is the bucket. This is the giant thing that's gonna kind of act like a bracket, and then we're gonna put hooks on the end of it. And then the chain, this chain comes up and around and holds it tight, but the lip of the bucket comes down under this bracket, and that's what holds it tight. Jose built it over here, just doing fine work.
Thank you.
For the kids, for his son.
My son, he's only 6 months, but he knows how to weld better than I do, so.
Dude, he's quite a hoss. So our chain is just a little too short by like a couple inches. So we had to make do with what we got just to test her out. We'll get Jose up in there and we'll see if it lifts. I should probably take a step back. Ho! 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 Higher! Here, Ben.
Film for me. Okay.
Higher!
We're on set here for the next Mad Max Fury Road 2 Prairie Edition.
All right, we just tightened the chain, so we're gonna hope this works a little better. So this little wire is gonna hold this whole thing together. Why don't you go hang from that, Ken?
I choose life.
Man, that's freaking wild. That's like 20 feet in the air. Oh yeah. Oh. So this thing weighs 27,000 pounds, and there's so much leverage and weight on here that this thing's rocking up and down. So these are the chains. We did a little bit of an adjustment. Instead of being across here, we have them wrapped around the back and brought towards here, and this will keep it tight against the bracket right here. That way the bucket doesn't fall out. And you can see we've got manual hydraulics tighteners right here. That way we can tighten and loosen the chains as we please. And that way it's kept on pretty simply. All we have to do is tighten those to be able to lock this on, or untighten them if we want to get this off of here and use it as just a regular end loader. So this is our finished product. Big ol' end loader with chisel plow on the front, and we're actually gonna attach a few of the chisels on there. And if you wanna know why, you're gonna have to stay tuned to Hoksey Native Seeds. Thanks for tuning in.